We are following Teresa.
Okay. Go this way. Watch your step. Don't trip. I was rearranging my plumbing here, and I looked over, and I found these. 1, 2, 3.
Point again. I see it.
They're purple.
There you go. Wow, it's up already. Look
Yeah.
how high it is.
And this one and this one. So I had added an extra 2 inches of soil to this bed because it was so low, and I put new boards on it to hold the soil in, and I was worried that it would not like it, but apparently it doesn't mind.
When she said she had the soil because it was low, she means we got flooded when it rained. It just sat.
Yeah, last year we got a bad flood in the spring.
So we've been raising all the raised beds as much as we can.
Yes.
Well, what's today's date?
I don't know. It's the 18th? 19th?
Okay. Today.
Something like that.
It's Thursday.
Yes,
March 19th, I think. So that's the earliest I think your asparagus has been up.
yes, I think so. I mean, it's March.
March?
Last year it didn't come up until late April.
Yeah, late April. Well, this is just a quick update garden for two. That's Teresa. I'm Charlie. This is our garden in Delaware. You want to show us something else, hon?
Yeah, come
Oh,
this way.
she wants to show us something else. Come on. We're going to go this way. We haven't done a video for a while.
Okay. I have 2 beds under weed block. I found that it not only controls the weeds, but it helps control the slugs. And you just need to throw a couple handfuls of slug bait on top of the weed block. It's not for every bed.
All right, so I'm going to show them that. Okay, so weed block she put down, and then she cuts holes in the weed block, and then she plants with her cutworm collars.
Yes.
And what do we got there?
The one
Cauliflower,
you're looking at is cabbage.
cabbage.
It's very happy there.
So she makes these herself. Those are just PVC pipes. And then she sews these curtain liners, are they? Whatever. I get them at yard sales, and she just stitches them together.
Yeah,
So-
they're shears.
Shears. So this one is, what is this one?
Since I have so much cauliflower and broccoli still in the freezer, I decided to only grow 6 broccoli plants and 6 cauliflower plants. The broccoli, when it's raw, we used to make broccoli salad, which is not real good for you, but it's really tasty.
Yeah, we like it.
And we always like cauliflower, so
And homemade is cheap.
yeah. So I had to just turn the water on under these because the weed block does block a lot of the rain.
All right, so I'm going to show them that. So we have 10 beds this year. This is our garden area, and these were just made last year. You can go back and catch some of our older videos, and you can see over here Teresa put two 2x6s high instead of just one on the ground, just because we just have so much flooding issues here, and it's low. So she's got 10 beds going across, and you can see her. She's got her irrigation hoses, and they're kind of all fed off of one main hose, and she's got little valves she turns them on and off with there, so she can control what she's watering them when and how much. So
And there's another batch of seedlings that are right over here.
what are
This is
these?
my
Oh, there's the onions. I see the onions. Oh
The
gosh.
onions grew very well last year, and I still have them from last year's. They were harvested probably the end of June, and they're still holding out. They're still storing well.
So when did you put these in? Yesterday?
No, let's see, last week. They've been in about a week, but I grew them from seedlings. So
Yeah.
they're already well started
Yeah, they were started in the house under a grow light
and on heating mats.
and on heating mats. So, and she's already got her trellises up. She's like anxious this year, I guess, to get started.
Well, I planted, it's the first time I ever grew peas. And so I only bought a small packet of seeds to see. I've grown snow peas, but I'm talking about seeds, the peas that you have to...
Peas in a pod.
Yeah, and I didn't want to have to do that, but I thought, how hard could it be? So they're planted in there first. And the tomatoes like peas anyway, so I'm going to put the tomatoes in when they're ready to go in, which they're not even, the transplants aren't started yet. But pretty soon.
So what's going on over there with all those little stump things you didn't pull out? You didn't dig out.
Their roots rot. They're last year's cauliflower.
Last year's cauliflower. So
yeah.
She just chopped them off and well, you're watering them.
I'm watering the beds. It's the only one, rather than having to divert around it. I just like to keep the soil moist once it's been moistened. And that rain we just had did a super job.
We had 5 inches of rain in one night, so I don't understand why you're watering the beds.
I'm watering those because they're dry.
Okay.
And I will eventually take out the stumps, but I didn't worry so much about using the broad fork to raise the soil here because I'm going to be making mounds.
So I see these holes here. Can you see the dirt where it's like something digging in there?
No, because that's where the hoops were last year.
Oh.
So I pulled the hoops out. But when I plant this bed, I'm going to make mounds. It's probably going to be for squash, butternut squash. You make a mound and you put the fertilizer in the center of the mound, like down underground, and then you plant the seeds on top of the soil. So I don't really need to broad fork the whole bed. I just have to rake up big piles.
So Teresa tries to keep track of what she plants in each bed each year, and then the next year she tries to do a little bit of crop rotation on it.
Yeah.
So this bed this is the second year, right? This is the second asparagus bed.
Yeah, this will be the second year.
So that was the one we did first, before we had any garden here at all, and then this was the one we just added. So we'll do a light cropping off of this one this year probably.
Yeah.
But that bed we should be able to harvest pretty well.
Oh, look, there's another one.
Oh, she's getting all excited. Here we go.
And most of these that I planted in here are Martha Washington.
Oh, I see it. Look at that. Hold on. Let me see if I can focus on the camera right there. I'm on the wrong angle for the sun. That one's up pretty good.
And there's another one here. So, good.
Well, crown number 1 up. So you're doing good, hon.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have my mouth all set for cream of asparagus soup.
Asparagus soup, yeah. She makes a wicked asparagus soup.
And I have a pressure canner so I can can with wide mouth quart-sized jars. I'll have to probably cut the asparagus in half, but you just put them in raw, put boiling water over them, and pressure can them.
So this is the garden area with these 10 beds here. Do you want to show us anything else? I'll press pause and we can go over if you have anything else to show us.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could talk about that.
All right, hold on. We're going to press pause and we're going to go over to the orchard area. Okay. For those of you who don't know, this is our orchard area. It's approximately 30 by 70. And this is Teresa's orchard. And we started this in 2013. And it's mostly for the trees, but then around the perimeter we have beds. So that bed is 70 feet long and then 30 feet across and then 70 feet on that side. Enough to keep Teresa busy for a little while.
Well, the peach tree on the right is an earlier variety, but it's really not hurrying up to bloom.
That's it. I'm on the wrong side. Let me get around the other way because the sun has to.
Okay.
It's at my back. I can show it better. So here we go. Let's see.
This is a red haven, but it's having a hard time. It had some damage to the trunk, partially from insects and partially because I didn't see that the trunk wrap to keep the rodents from chewing on the trunk in the wintertime was actually strangling it. It was growing so fast.
Yeah, the tree did grow fast here.
The peach trees grew fast.
So you can see right there, that little smooth part there is where, but it grew around it now. It's trying to heal it over, but it may have some kind of borer in it.
Yeah, but this is red loring, but the buds are starting to get a pink color to them. So I can see little pink cracks appearing.
It's got a lot of buds.
So I'll have to pick off some of the buds anyway. All the flowers don't necessarily get pollinated, but the tree has to be sprayed with oil spray before the pollinators come out and before the flowers open. Once the flowers open, I can't really treat the tree because that'll kill the bees, and we don't want that.
It's not really focusing well on the flower buds. Looks pretty good though. Be anxious.
Yep.
Last year we got like 10 peaches, didn't we? 13, and that was kind of the first year. So this being the second year, we're way ahead of schedule on peaches.
I think so.
Normally you wouldn't expect them till the third year at least. Teresa does a nice job pruning them to keep them open in the middle. If you kind of look at the way she's got it opened up in there. So what else is going on in here? Anything else planted? I know you did the strawberries.
The cherry tree is getting ready to pop out too.
Oh, I like that when they do.
Buds, yeah. But apparently the sprouts will spread out from the sides of the trunk and then have flowers on them. So I'm not experienced with cherry trees.
No.
And then we have the garlic is really happy today. It grew about a foot. That's in the back. But the strawberries I have to spray also with oil spray.
Yeah,
they
the strawberries.
Get a type of squash bug on them, and it eats the berries and keeps the berries from plumping out. So
and then they're all small.
Yeah, and they're all small and lumpy.
So you have two kinds of strawberries. You have June bearing and ever bearing.
Yeah, I've been kind of mixing them in. If the ever bearing plants die off for some reason, I take the June bearing plants and put them in the spot. I like the June bearing because they're big, they come all at once. And I found last summer I couldn't keep up with the strawberries, and I was busy with the tomatoes, and it was really time consuming from morning till night.
Yeah, I guess if you have a 50-foot bed of strawberries, it's going to happen. And I think other people can sympathize with that. Strawberries.
And then I'll have blueberries this year too.
I didn't realize how invasive strawberries could be.
Yeah. This is what they looked like last spring.
Let me take a quick picture of them, and then I'll press pause and we'll go down to the blueberries.
Okay, but I want to talk about the strawberries.
Oh, okay. Sure thing. Come on over.
This looks like little scroungy plants. By May, these things will have grown this high in a solid mound where you can't even see all the individual plants. We found that out last year. I did not know they would do that.
Not only did they feel that, they started climbing over and out everywhere they could go.
Out the sides of the fence, and in fact there's one right here at my husband's foot that climbed out and rooted itself out of the bed. They just, yeah. So it's a happy thing, but boy, is it a lot of work. And I'm 70.
So later on, at the end of the year, if anybody needs strawberry plants, we could probably pick you some.
Yeah, that's true, because I threw a bunch away.
Yeah, we did.
I couldn't do it anymore.
While we're here, I'm just going to take a quick pinch. That's a mess over there. That's where the potatoes are going to go in. That area is all low, and you can see we're building up the soil there.
The sweet potatoes are going to go
the sweet potatoes are going there this year. Yeah, sorry. Watermelons, sweet potatoes, we rotate. All right, we're going to go back and show you the blueberries. All right, we're back near the blueberries, and actually the garlic is back here too. Might as well show you the garlic.
So I planted the garlic bulbs. Is it on?
Yeah.
I planted garlic bulbs in November, and then you just forget about them basically. And it's a lot happier now than it was a month ago. So you see it's starting to grow.
Yeah, we had a really cold winter too, and they just didn't care, huh?
No.
I don't know how well that's showing up on the video. The sun's at the wrong angle for me. All right, show me the blueberries. We'll get a quick update on our blueberries. Sorry for spinning you around. This quarter we did blueberries. We started out in tubs because this area is the lowest corner of the yard and floods. So, but this year we built up the soil a whole foot.
And had to acidify the soil to bring down the pH. I think the bushes are doing a lot better in the ground. It took us a while to fill it. A good neighbor across the way gave us a bunch of soil that had horse manure and cow manure mixed into it.
And we added peat moss to bring it up to the right pH, bring it down, whatever.
Cottonseed meal and acidifier, which has sulfur in it.
I want to zoom in and show you a couple of the buds. So these were here. This is the second year for these guys. And they've got a lot of flowers on them. This one, whatever variety this one is, it gave us the biggest berries. And then there's one more back there. So we have 5 plants now.
Yeah.